Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today is another big day for crypto regulation. A lot of articles have come out, a lot of news has come out, so today I want to update you guys a little bit more on that. But if you're from the US, check out Webull. You can get 4 free stocks, so check the link down below out. And also, we are giving away 250 XRP the first time that we hit 1,500 likes within 24 hours. So make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below, as that is all you need to do to enter. Then, first of all, G7 finance officials call for cryptocurrency regulation. This is actually not an article of today and thus not as important. The reason I actually wanted to put it in is because it's been on our minds for the longest time, all this crypto regulation, especially on the Ripple forefront, but for these bigger regulators and for the guys that really make up the rules, yeah, it kind of looks like it hasn't been the priority for quite a good while. And really now the last couple of days, we've been getting a lot of good statements about them showing support and them showing kind of not a bigger idea to ban crypto altogether. And all this stuff has been bullish and all this stuff has been happening like in the last couple of days. So I think it was pretty important to introduce that subject with this article. Then, Circle CEO pens letter to US government for putting crypto at risk. For the US stands to lose the tech race to China by not capitalizing on the flourishing crypto market, said Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire. Circle CEO has called for better regulation of the crypto market in a letter to the US Treasury Department. He said the country would lose out to China in the long run, and the crypto industry is seeing a slow pace of regulations in the US despite its fast technological advancements. So let's check out Jeremy Allaire and exactly what he said over on Twitter. He said I need to press the tweet. He said 2 specific things. First of all, earlier today, I sent this letter to the senior staff of the Treasury Department. This is a critical moment for the crypto and digital currency industry. The US government may be putting a massive transformation at risk. There's a lot of good to unpack, or actually there's a lot of stuff to unpack, but this is potentially being jammed through without congressional review and without meaningful industry engagement. I'll be doing a live show on this tomorrow at 1 p.m. and I'm personally quite excited to see exactly what this is going to be bringing because, well, I kind of feel as if these stable coins are the ones that are being mainly regulated right now, and that's also the one that they're talking about the most, but I kind of feel as if they just should be talking about this. I mean, I don't really care exactly what specific subject they are tackling or what exact thing out of the whole crypto space they're tackling, but just the fact that crypto is being talked about by these regulators, by the government, I think is already very, very good. So this letter and this whole point that's being brought up here, yeah, I don't see anything negative about the situation except for certain, I guess, ways like down below here. Wait, if you scroll down a little bit, let's see where it is. To curb such issues, Allaire proposed the use of blockchain-based identity protocols that supposedly provide more accountability than traditional banking systems and employ strict KYC checks to both ensure compliance while preserving financial privacy. And the thing is, I think KYC and everything surrounding that is very good for crypto to give it main adoption. You know, I don't really see any reason why that would be a very, very bad idea, unless you're talking about Bitcoin main adoption. And I keep saying this in the Discord as well. By the way, link for Discord down below. A lot of us are in there chatting every day, so make sure you check it out. The reason I kept saying it's not really good for Bitcoin is because right now, the philosophy behind Bitcoin is that you have decentralized transacting that's kind of private or cannot be stopped. And I find if they know who you are exactly and know exactly whose address belongs to who for everybody, so you can never make an account anymore and use that without them knowing exactly who you are, and you're going to have to verify that an account is yours and stuff like that. It takes away from this whole newer realm of independence, right? I know, of course, it also is to counter money laundering, which I guess find a good thing. It does take away a big appeal of crypto of being this thing where they can't really follow you around. Even though I know they can, theoretically speaking, I'm just talking about the idea they cannot really follow you around. They cannot really see exactly what you're doing and yada, yada, yada. It just appeals, right? The idea that they just cannot really keep with you all the time. And the thing is, I think because of all the KYC and because of the newer rules with these self-custody wallets, that coins like XRP will actually start prospering really, really well if proper regulation is coming out, since coins like those actually thrive and really want the regulation, where with Bitcoin, the only thing that's going to increase and get better is the speculation front. People are going to be more bullish on Bitcoin because they will have more access to buying it, and ETFs will become more popular and stuff like that. But the real use case for Bitcoin is slowly then deteriorating. On the contrary, on the completely opposite side, the use case for XRP/Ripple is only increasing if this were to be put in. And I think it's also a pretty amazing thing, right? To a certain degree, I kind of wonder how exactly it would be working if you just want to make a very quick transaction. Because, I mean, if you have self-custody wallets that have to be verified and you just want to withdraw some money from an exchange, you're going to have to send them all your documents first, or what? Because that seems like a very cumbersome task if you just want to get some money quickly out of your account. If you just want to grab some money out of your account into a wallet you own, you're going to have to set up a whole freaking watch list of chores first before you can do that, which is definitely not that easy. And I'm also wondering exactly, how that works if you want to cash it out through a third party. Like, for example, if money is being sent through XRP to MoneyGram, then if you want to cash it out, do you also have to do some crazy stuff, or can it just be done simply? I mean, logically, since we're talking only about self-custodied wallets, you can still always just cash out through that party because all the taxes will be done directly. But I'm just thinking about the situation where they want to more and more control your whole money and your whole money flow, right? That's what they kind of want. So up to what point can you just do stuff without having to wait for, approval first? I kind of am wondering about that one. What stuff are we going to need approval for exactly, and stuff like that? Again, this is only for the US right now, though, which is not Ripple's main focus, so I'm not really too worried about it. But sometimes if it gets published in the US, some rules that make sense to the rest of the world, they might come everywhere. So, of course, we must watch out and kind of prepare for it already. Having said that, let's move on. Will crypto regulation kill the initial idea of Bitcoin? And by the way, guys, I am not a native English speaker, so if I cannot pronounce some stuff right, initial idea of Bitcoin, that's because of that, all right? I could talk a lot slower, but a lot of you guys said, man, talk a little bit quicker because it's too slow. So, again, I'm trying to find a nice little medium there. I don't know exactly what I should be going for. The thing is, though, as I said before, this KYC can be a very bad thing for Bitcoin specifically, and especially for the idea as to how it was made. On the contrary, I kind of like it because, again, it gives coins like XRP more power and actually allows for much, much more capital to be brought into the space. So if you were to ask me personally, does it take away a little bit from the use case? Yeah, because unfortunately, the native idea of Bitcoin as a free, uncontrolled currency could definitely die under these procedures and pressures. At the same time, crypto enthusiasts who work on creating and developing private protocols give us some hope, and maybe some other currency will take the lead and never be able to be regulated. I mean, money is being put on the line already to crack Monero, right? By the IRS, or at least by the US. They put a lot of money out to crack it, which I also found interesting because they want to get these tax evasions, and I do get that. Then, on another end, this money that's being put in by Grayscale, again, they just bought $266 million worth of Bitcoin and $58 million worth of Ethereum. That will only increase if regulations were to pop up. You may think, oh, this is actually a lot of money already. Will it really increase? Yes, it will. If proper regulations were to come, trust me when I say, guys, trust me when I say that there will be a huge, astronomically huge inflow of money happening. Wow, it will be crazy. Wow. It would be insane. I can almost not think about it even, how much money would flow in if the proper regulation were to come. Gorgon Crypto said, Grayscale buying another 100,000 plus Ethereum is the most underrated news from today, because that's a lot of money. And we can also see how Grayscale has been updating their freaking numbers here. Look at how crazy this has been looking, guys. Oh my days, this is crazy. At least to me it is. And the thing, I kind of find as if they're buying too much where they're not leaving any for the rest of us. I mean, what if they're going to start buying XRP heavily? I'm going to have a harder time getting my hands on some, which is kind of scary. On the contrary, again, I'm really, really happy with the way that things are going right now and the fact that they're buying in bulk, which means there's always some demand for crypto, and even if we go down, they are still buying it. They're still going against it. And also this discrepancy between the holdings per share and the real market price per share. That's also one that I found kind of interesting to see. If you take a look at for Litecoin, look at the discrepancy right there. I definitely find that interesting. But yeah, let's move on. We got more stuff to talk about. This is not it. France declares war on crypto anonymity, cites terrorisme in KYC mandate. The French Ministry of Finance unveiled sweeping KYC requirements on all cryptocurrency companies operating in and servicing the country on Wednesday, a move that could ultimately strip the French crypto space of any semblance of anonymity. And this is a very bad thing. Some guys in the Discord said this is good because, well, it really pushes crypto forward. I kind of find that that's something I really disagree with, because I think this mandatory KYC is going to get a lot of people really, really afraid. And the thing is as well, you got to think about exchanges, you got to think about companies operating right now. If you need all these KYCs, all these companies get another border of operation and innovation is stopped. On the contrary, yeah, they may counter some terrorism and, of course, some scams, but they're also pushing it down, which is, again, hard to find a balance in between. Then Bitcoin price plunges to near 17.6K, suffers worst sell-off. Here's what happened. I also have a question for all of you that are watching right now. Do you, as well as I do, think that if regulations were to be here, that crypto plunges and huge surges like we're seeing right now couldn't happen anymore? I sometimes feel as if that's the case, because, I mean, if the S&P were to fall by minus some percent, the market's closed for the day, all right? So it cannot drop to zero in just one day, because that would be too huge. I mean, some huge companies could just decide to cartel and just really break everything down, break the whole system, and that's not possible. With crypto, however, if some companies were to swoop in, I don't know if there's any rules for it already, I don't think so, they could literally break the whole crypto market by just selling a lot, or just by shorting a lot. They could really break it all, which is, in my opinion, pretty interesting to think about there, how that's moving along. Then Grayscale gained over 100,000 Ethereum in the past 24 hours, acquired 1,276, there we go, Bitcoin yesterday. Again, it's a lot of money that they're purchasing. They're going right on ahead to keep buying more and more and more and more. VeChain testnet for POA2 will be launched soon. Again, some pretty cool news for VeChain. I'm pretty excited about VeChain generally, even though I don't talk about them as much as I used to do. I'm still very much bullish on it, and I'm still very much buying. The fun thing is on Webull, actually, again, don't use this if you want to have your private keys, but if you want to have the money's worth and you want to be fine with the KYC type of stuff, it's a pretty nice website. But you can also buy VeChain, you can buy XRP, you can buy XLM, everything on here, which is why I use it a lot. Once more, you cannot withdraw or deposit coins because you don't get the actual coins, you get the money worth, right? Like the same thing like buying stocks. And I love platforms like this where you can buy stocks and crypto at the same time, which is why I keep recommending it. But again, it's not for everybody if you want to withdraw coins to your self-custodied wallet, for example. And for Stellar, they also got some cool stuff. It pumps 21% as Euro stablecoin launches on Stellar Network, which I found kind of interesting to see. I mean, take a look at Stellar right now. It's kind of nowhere. It's plus 5-6% or so, definitely not 21. But it's kind of fun, in my opinion, to see how it can also still get another little pump like this going on because of announcements. Because I do think it came from the announcement. I do actually think it was literally because of this, since it was a pretty big deal and it was some good stuff. A little bit earlier, we discovered that Stellar was outside of his bullish pennant on the downside for a little ways, and it was actually going into like a deteriorating motion. As you can see right here, the pennant would have looked like this a little bit, like kind of a triangle, and now it just kept going down lower. It hit its it would have been a descending triangle had it stopped here, but it even went down lower to dip, which kind of looks like a downtrend, right? However, right now we are already maybe resuming the uptrend or switching back up to the upside. Looking pretty good, guys, and I'm pretty damn excited for it. But that was it for today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and tell me down below what you think about crypto regulation and how huge you think XRP is going to become because of it. Because once more, I think that XRP and regulation, that are one hand in hand and they're going to be amazing together. But let me know what you think down below.